Welcome to Life in Calgary, Alberta. I'm your host, Patrick Murray. And today, guys, I'm excited to take you on a tour of one of Calgary's newer communities, the north community of, well, Livingston. Hey, but before I do that, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is about what it's like to eat, sleep, breathe, live, and play in Calgary, Alberta, then guys, just hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so you get notified every single time I release a new video. Now, I have to tell you guys, I've lived in 5 different cities in my adult life, but Calgary stuck, and I moved here way back in 2001. I've been here ever since, and not only that, but I've been a realtor here since 2010. And all this means I have some specialized knowledge about the city of Calgary and the surrounding bedroom communities. So if you are considering a move to Calgary or one of these bedroom communities and you would like some assistance to purchase a home, please feel free to reach out to me, send me a text, an email, or a phone call. My information is below. I will absolutely get back to you. Okay guys, let's do this. Let's talk about the community of Livingston right after this. Just so you can get a better feel of where the community is located, let's take a look at the Calgary real estate map so that you can see kind of where it's situated in the community, and then we'll look at the map of Calgary and we'll kind of talk about where it's situated and the best ways to get you to where you need to go within the city. So this is the Calgary real estate map, and you're going to see here these different colors throughout. And that's because our city is divided into 8 different districts. So if you look in the very middle here, this purple, this is city center. And then over to the 1 o'clock position, this is the northeast. Going down to this 3 o'clock position, this green color, that's the east. And then down at this 4:30 to 5:30 position is the southeast in the yellow. And then we have the south in the brown at the very bottom at 6 o'clock, which also encompasses much of the southwest. And then if we go up, we'll see to the 9 o'clock position, and this orange is the west, followed by the northwest in, I would say this 10:30 position. And at the very top in this light blue, that's the north district of the city. And Livingston is way up here at the very top. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here just so you can kind of get an idea where it is. This is Livingston right here now. Of course, newer communities, of course, they push the boundaries of the city. So this is on the outskirts right now. However, you know what, as Calgary grows, this will not be the edge of the city. Other communities will no doubt take hold. But that's where Livingston is right now. And in a moment here, we'll get into looking at the map of Calgary and understand how to get around from Livingston. All right, so moving from that Calgary real estate map, this is the map of Calgary. Again, this is the city center here. And where is Livingston? Well, it's way up here. So let's zoom in a little bit here, guys, and we can kind of take a look at what we're talking about when we talk about Livingston. All right, you can see Livingston starting to take shape here. This is Livingston all in here. Down here is a different community. This is called Carrington. But up here is the community of Livingston. We'll keep going here. All right. So there we are. This is Livingston, all up here. And now there's lots going on here in Livingston. You know, newer communities, they're lacking some amenities initially. However, those do come along. And, you know, Brookfield Residential is not only a builder in the community, but it's also the developer. And they do a really good job. And you know, what we see in a lot of newer communities in Calgary, especially nowadays, is development happens fairly quickly. So in terms of schools, we see schools popping up relatively quickly. We see commercial development, such things as shopping malls or you know, grocery stores, shopping complexes, that sort of thing. So that these communities more or less become self-sustaining. But that's not the case yet. It is still in the developing phase, but let's take a look at just what's around. So first off, this road here is a great place for Calgarians to get around. It's a stony trail. Okay, guys, and this goes all the way around the city, and you can see here that it goes all the way around. So, you know, for trucks coming into Calgary, instead of driving through 16th Avenue, which is part of the Trans-Canada, right through the middle of town with all the lights, they can get off and they can go around the ring road, or they can, instead of going through the city, they can find other ways to get to their destination within the city. And of course, lots of commuters do this. So this is the great thing about living in Livingston, is it's really easy to get on this road and to get you to where you need to go. Now, another major thoroughfare is this road here, and this is Deerfoot Trail, also known as the Queen Elizabeth II Highway. Okay, and this goes all the way north to south, so you could get on this and you can go up to Airdrie. Airdrie's a community of over 100,000 people, and this is it right here. So it's very easy to get up there. It doesn't take any time at all. There's Balzac, but Balzac isn't the attraction here. What's the attraction? It's Cross Iron Mills, which is the shopping center here. And this is a huge shopping center out here. Very cool. But there's, if you have friends coming to town, there's also some hotels out this way as well that are close by. So maybe you don't want them in your house, or you don't have room in your home, or whatever. Hotels are close by if they're not staying with you where you live in the community of Livingston. But again, great shopping here. Costco, Cross Iron Mills, Bass Pro Shops. The list goes on and on. Very cool. And another big part of the industry in Calgary is the Amazon warehouse is located up here, Amazon sorting and that sort of thing. Now, if you're somebody that flies a lot for work, it's pretty easy. Get on Stony, come over to Deerfoot Trail, and you can come down, and the Calgary International Airport is all over here. So you get on an airport trail, and away you go. You get to the terminal, and so that's very close by, very handy to have. And then, of course, getting to downtown, you can come down Deerfoot Trail to get to downtown, and go all the way down here, and then you can get on to Memorial Drive, which will take you into the downtown core, or you could take 16th Avenue and come down Center Street or Edmonton Trail if you had to. The other way you could also do is come around on the ring road all the way around, right? And then come across on 16th Ave. Lots of ways to get around. And as you live in a larger city, you learn to understand, and listen and pay attention to the radio, where the traffic issues are, and so you can avoid those, and you find out where you need to go. Now, some other great attractions in the city. This is Renfrew. This is where I live. I live in this area here, nice and close to downtown. But there's TELUS Spark Center, which is really, really cool. That's a great attraction for the family. And if you have small kids, I recommend that you look into getting a season pass. All year long, you can go there. Great spot to go. Of course, another spot is the Calgary Zoo, which is just phenomenal. Newest attraction there is a polar bear. Built a great big enclosure for. And again, this is open year round. Another great place to get a pass for, so that you can go check that out with your kids if you got small kids. Let's see here, guys. Studio Bell is another amazing place to go. This is Calgary's National Music Center, and my family and I had a pass here, and I was very surprised that my kids loved going here. So in the wintertime, if the weather was bad, we could, instead of going to the zoo, maybe take a break for the Science Center, we go to Studio Bell, and they love returning and going back and back. Lots of hands-on stuff for kids there. The Calgary Central Library is sorry guys, that is that was City Hall. The Central Library is right over here, and this is a great spot. This is one of the top architectural marvels in Calgary, but what a beautiful place and a well-used library. This is a great spot to go as well. So just a few things that you can check out in Calgary. Lots of events going on at Olympic Plaza in Calgary as well. You know, you want to make sure you go check out the Calgary Tower as well. Calgary Tower is great to see, and good spot to take the kids, that sort of thing as well. Let's see here, guys. Cloud Trail is also a major thoroughfare that goes north-south. So if you are new to the city and you know you're going downtown, you can get on that, and then this will go down, and there's lots of amenities all through the middle of town, of course. But yeah, lots of great stuff to do and see in Calgary. Lots of ways to get around. You know, we've got this here is I'll just zoom in so you can see what's going on. All right, here we go. So also, this is, you know, Chinook Mall's one of the major shopping centers in Calgary. This is Glenmore Trail, which is a very popular east-west connector just south of downtown to get you to where you need to go. I mean, it just goes and goes. You can see all the thoroughfares and changes and trails and roads and so on and so forth all throughout the city. And of course, easy to get to Banff if you're, you know, just come out of the community. Here we are over here. Get on Stony Trail, come around. There's a few ways you can go. You know, you can zip out to Cochrane if you want. That's a beautiful drive, a beautiful community. Come down Highway 22 and go out, or just connect from Stony Trail to the Trans-Canada Highway, and then you can take it out to Banff all the way out. You can hit Canmore, another great community. There's Banff, and you know, of course, it just goes and goes and goes. Great skiing in the mountains, of course, Lake Louise, so on and so forth. But yep, that's the nice thing about Calgary. Lots of great roads, lots of great thoroughfares. So when you look at the map, yes, this is way up here. It seems like you're quite secluded. But again, like I said, there will be amenities built here strictly for the community, and this will be available to people so they won't feel so isolated. And of course, all the roadways get you to where you need to go quickly, so that you are truly a part of Calgary. So the plan for this residential neighborhood was for it to house roughly 30,000 residents. And that's pretty large. I mean, that's not like an inner city community. That's a lot more residents than what we see in the inner city neighborhoods in Calgary. Now, you know, it's supposed to have, you know, vibrant community living space, natural green spaces for lots of room for outdoor play, modern homes. And you know what, when you drive around and when I see what's out here and all the green spaces that are available, especially with this building behind me called the Hub, which I'll discuss in a few minutes, I really do think they've hit the nail on the head. So guys, the space behind me is known as the Hub, and this is a community recreation and just a community space for everybody living here. So there's over 35,000 square feet of space here available for recreational activities of all sorts, whether you're in a book club or if you want to play some basketball, that's all here. There's even an outdoor skating rink, a fantastic playground that is absolutely off the hook for the kids. And the fire hall also happens to be attached to this building. This is a great spot for the community, truly a hub, hence the name. Now, of course, schooling is always a concern when you're in a newer community. Oftentimes your kids will have to bus, and depending where your kids do go to school, or to what system they're involved in, they may have to take the bus. However, there is a North Trail High School, and this is a new school that opened just a few years ago. There's a St. Clair School, which is Catholic Elementary K-6. There's Buffalo Rubbing Stone School, which is kindergarten to grade 5. Now, there's also St. Josephine Bakita School, which is a Catholic school from K-6, and it's located in nearby Evanston, so your kids will likely have to bus there. There's Captain Nicola Goddard School, which is the Calgary Board of Education grades 6 to 9, so it's a junior high, if you will, and that's located in nearby Panorama Hills. And there's Calgary International Academy, which is a private school right here in Livingston. So the developer for this community is Brookfield Residential, and not only are they the developer, but they also build a lot of the properties that are in here as well, along with Cedar Glen, Excel Homes, Homes by Avi, Local Homes, and Morrison Homes. So all of these are reputable builders. Now there are a few show homes available here to view as well in one central location, which is really nice, makes it really easy. And they're still building homes. I mean, there's a lot that's been built already. You know, some people are moving in and out of these homes as resale properties, but there's still the possibility to get into newer homes here as well, and to have your say with colors, etc., etc. So that's also nice to have as well. Now, living this far out of the city core, it probably makes good sense to have a vehicle when you're living here. Having a vehicle certainly helps you to get you to where you need to go, especially for groceries and that sort of thing. Now, there is some public transportation available as well. Now, the C train isn't here yet, but they are building the Calgary Green Line here in the city, and so that is expected to come up and touch in these areas so that you have access to get you downtown and through other parts of the city as well. So here we are, we're just kind of driving around the community so you can kind of see what's going on. Now, you are going to notice there are these show homes here that the builders have all set to go. So there's one hub where you can come in, as I said earlier, come in and check out all the builders at once and have a chat with them, and then they've got these separate show homes so you can see their product. Now, there's lots going on here, as you can see. As driving around, you can see that there's detached homes, there's some semi-detached homes, some townhome projects up here as well, and there's even some apartment condominiums around here as well. Now, you're also going to notice as we're driving around all these very established homes, because again, this community has been going for some time now and in the process of being built up. So there's already a good foothold of properties already built and ready to move into, and where people are maybe moving in and out of the community. And as the community grows, we expect that'll be more and more, just like any other community within Calgary. So there is the potential to get into some resale product here. Now, like anything, there's certainly some short-term pain for some long-term gain. And what I'm talking about here is the lack of amenities. Newer communities, they don't have as many amenities as newer established neighborhoods. But the good news is there are those great amenities nearby. Now, don't worry, the nice thing about these communities are that they do make them fairly self-sustaining. So there is supposed to be a whole bunch of commercial development happening in the near future, I mean starting within the next few months here. So there will be a lot of places to go shopping, a lot of places to get groceries, professional services, that sort of thing, to look after you and your family so that you don't have to travel outside of the community if you don't want to. So guys, it's kind of interesting. I was just in with the builders here and chatting with actually Brookfield, which is the developer, and a gentleman that works for Brookfield and sells the properties for them as well. And their feeling here is very much what's going on in the rest of Calgary, and that is that they're just selling out a product so quickly. They just can't build them fast enough. Now, there is supposed to be more land released here. They figure they're about halfway through developing the community of Livingston right now. So there is more to come, but it's going to take some time. And all this, because land's got to be released, there's some bureaucratic stuff that has to happen. They have to line up the trades. They're building them as fast as they can. They would love to build them faster, but it's just impossible. So what's going to happen? Well, only time will tell, but this might be an area that you and your family might want to consider when you're moving to Calgary, Alberta. So like I said, guys, if you are considering a move to the city of Calgary or one of the bedroom communities and you would like some assistance to purchase a home, please feel free to reach out to me. My information is below. I will absolutely get back to you so you can live your life in Calgary, Alberta.